Hello YouTubes. One of my subscribers, Maxorus9, reached out and asked if I'd be willing to try and repair some of his Locos for a cost, and I declined. I declined the cost. I don't want to be charging people to repair trains because I don't know what I'm doing and I might make them worse. So Max agreed to let me give it a go, and I now have his gigantic box of sin. Oh boy, what have I done? So Max was kind enough to give me a list of clues as to what might be wrong with everything. I've not looked underneath this sheet yet, and it is 3 sheets of faults. So I'm not going to read all through that at the moment. Let's have a look at all the Locos, and then we'll put them on the track one at a time and see if we can figure out what is wrong and how to fix. Right, let me move this to the side. We'll go one at a time. Let's start with this. What does it say? Athern band drive, A unit, B unit dummy. Never even seen a band drive. So what is this? Oh right, okay, Canadian National set. Oh, that's not a good start, is it? Right, so all I need there is put a bit of rubber tubing on to stop that falling out. So, oh my goodness. Is this the dummy or is this? Yeah, this is the dummy, I hope. Because there's no sign of a motor in there. No, this is the dummy. What? Are they both dummies? What does it say? A unit and B unit dummy. Okay, I need to take that apart to see what's going on because I'm not seeing any sign of a motor in there. I mean, that would certainly explain why it's, not making it around the track if there's no motor in it. But we will check that out later. Maybe they're just both dummies, in which case I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Okay, moving on. Oh, there's that. There's a little thing that's supposed to keep that truck in place. Okay, we'll delve into that later. Right, let's get to the next one. We have, I've got like 3 of these. Canadian National 5075, I think that is a GP, oh goodness, help me out here, GP 38 maybe a GP 40, I'm not sure. Not sure why the shell wasn't on. We've got a broken ladder there, but that's obviously not what the issue is. That's a slightly newer version with this PCB at the top to collect the power. Pancake motor, which, I'm not a huge fan. Bit of rust in the weight, but that shouldn't stop it from running. Traction tyres. All my favourite stuff. Okay, we will throw that in the track anyway, see if it runs at all. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. I'm not going to clip this on because the more you take these shells on and off, the more likely you are to break them. Or at least the more likely I am to break them. Next we have Canadian Pacific steam train. So this is a 284. That's interesting. The ones I've got are like 482s. You get the 4 wheels at the front. You know what, this is actually quite a nice Loco. It's got a lot of weight at the front. Not a huge amount at the back. Let's do a balancing. Yeah, see what I mean? It's fallen to the front, which is weird. Doesn't look too bad. It's got a little traction tyre there, I believe. Which is strange. Why would it only have one traction tyre? Anyway, I've no idea what's wrong with that yet. Guess we will find out soon. And it's got its little, wow, a 6-axle tender. And I do see a little connection there, although it doesn't go anywhere. So what is the point of that? Normally if it's got a metal connection there, it's sending power somewhere. Although that's probably metal, so it's going all the way through. Oh, look at the detail on that. That's actually really nice. Although I think that is actually just the back of the motor and they're the brushes, but it kind of looks like, little gauges and stuff. Okay, learning as we go. That would be nice if it runs properly, and I think it will make it round my track if I can get it going. Okay, next. We have another steam train, Canadian Pacific. This one is actually quite heavy, so I'm thinking this might be brass. Through my vast knowledge of trains, I'm thinking this is more of a vintage job. Doesn't look too bad, wee bit dirty in the wheels, pick up in the tender. Motor in the front, as you can see, but there's a lot of weight in the back. Which seems strange. Why would there be quite so much weight in the back if it wasn't powering it? But I guess we will find out. Looks very dry. The gears are dry, everything looks dry, so this one might be a wee bit seized up. Looks nice though. You know what? I reckon just with a bit of a clean up. Hold on a sec. I've noticed if you just get a sort of stiff paintbrush, you know, and brush away the years of flaky skin. Okay, let's call it dust. If you brush all that away, they can start coming out really nice. Maybe add a wee bit of water and dry it off. And it adds so much, or it just makes such a difference, you know. Just takes a bit of time. Anyway, that's another one. No idea what's wrong with it yet. I will look at the list, of course. Next up, we have another steam train. I'm seeing a theme here. Okay, this is weird because that is obviously, or at least I think that's the tender for that, but there's no way for it to hook on unless it just goes in there, but that seems kind of basic. Although if it works, then fine. I think there's been a cat in this box. There's a lot of hair there. Although I don't think that's going to be what the problem is. The good news is this is all plastic. I know that sounds weird saying that's good news, but it means that all the power is in this section. I don't need to be hooking this up. Oh, we do have a little bar that's broken out of. I'm guessing that's supposed to live in that chamber there. That's going to require a bit of, well, I think it's, oh no, we're not supposed to be diagnosing right at this moment. That's for another video. And again, just a bit of a brush to get rid of the dust. Makes a big difference. But nope, not today. That's not today's job. Yeah, I need to sort that. What I might do when I'm working on this is just remove this while I get the thing working, because that's going to fill things up and make it even worse potentially. The good thing is the other side's intact, so we can always compare it to that. But that bar there is definitely meant to be in there. Okay, what's next? We have, as you've probably guessed, another steam train. Oh, this is really nice actually. A little, oh dear. I think I know what's wrong there. Although that could be a simple fix. If that wheel, what would you call that? A metal tyre. I'm not sure what you call it when it comes to trains, but obviously the outer of the wheel has slipped off. So that'll need to be popped back on. It might just clip on, I might need to glue it on, but I need to get these bars out because I need to push this down straight, otherwise it's going to be a wonky wheel. It's a nice little model. I can't help it with the brush, I'm sorry, but it just offends me. So that is a very cute little Loco. It's got strange couplers there. Actually, that's weird because that doesn't even move. At least the one at the back moves. So it's got a wee light as well, although it doesn't have any pickups, so that's just a dummy. Okay, I would be very happy to get this one working because I think it's really cute. It's nice, right? Okay. Now I think this is the last steam train. It doesn't seem to have a... Oh wait, it's supposed to look like that. Oh, it is. Oh, this is actually really cool. So this has been weathered. It's got like rivets along the side. It's got a nice little weathering job on it. Actually very cool. If you didn't look at this closely, you might have just thought it was a wee junker, but no, it's supposed to look like that. So obviously we get different sort of wheels there, metal wheels there, plastic wheels there. We have some power. Strange. So we've got a wire soldered to the body, which is mostly metal in this tender. So I'm wondering if the power gets transferred through this bogie wheel. I forgot what you call it, because they're metal, so it maybe picks up the power from one side of the rail, goes through there, through the body of the tender, through that wire and into the motor. And I'm looking down into the gears and they look quite clean actually, so interesting to see what's wrong with this one. I actually really like this. I think that looks lovely. And I reckon Brian would like this as well, if you're watching, Brian in Scotland. That section there's a wee bit loose, but I don't think that's going to be the problem. Okay, I think that is the last of the stream trains. At least I hope it is, because I don't know what I'm doing with these things. But I'm going to find out very quickly. Next up we have, what's this, an F40P. Now I've got one of these that doesn't run, so I might be able to salvage parts from it if this requires. This is a lifelike, could be a Proto 1000. No, it's not a Proto. It's got 4 traction tyres at the back, which means, I mean, they're all plastic at the back, metal at the front, so it's only picking up power from the front section, which I find really frustrating, especially if you get a long set of points to navigate. Then, you know, if you find one spot without power, then it's just going to stop. It's got an awful long way to go to drag that. But we'll see. See, I'm still confused. It must be a lifelike non-Proto then, because I would have presumed that the Protos all have all-wheel drive. Actually, it's got a pancake motor as well. This is weird. It's really heavy and it's only got a pancake motor. I wonder if this has been made up of different Locos. I'm looking at these trucks and they do look slightly different. Okay, I'll read my list of potential faults and see what we can do with that one. Now we have something very cool actually. Now I did have something like this, but this is heavy. This is not one of the wee plasticky ones. This is a decent little switcher. Wheels are a wee bit dirty. That might help just giving them a clean. And I can even tell down there that the wiper or the metal contact on those sides are pretty dirty. It's a Tyco, but I've never, this is the heaviest Tyco I've ever experienced, and it's tiny. That's really cute, I like that. So hopefully we'll get that running fairly quickly. We have a tiny little box here. And it's, oh, do you remember that Loco at the start without the motor? I think this is the motor for it. Possibly. It's sellotaped up, so I'm not going to open it at the moment. And this could be the band drive that he was talking about, although it seems to have... I have no experience of a band drive motor, so I need to be careful. I'll do some research before I get into that one too much. Yeah, that's the bands there. So that will be the motor for that Canadian Pacific, the green F7. Okay, 3 more to go. We have a Bachmann Plus. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, this is brand new. I do remember a while ago Max had mentioned in a comment section that he bought a brand new Loco at a show and he got it home and it didn't work. How devastated would you be? This is similar to that Bachmann Spectrum. Oh no, you've not seen that video yet. I worked on a Bachmann Spectrum. Video will be out on Friday. And the way that this works is, obviously you need your drive shaft in there, feed that in there, and then there's a little hole at the top and it screws in. Obviously you need the shell off, and that screw holds that in place. It's actually pretty clever. It's got the split design. This is exactly the same as the one I worked on, so hopefully I know what I'm doing this time. Okay, I really want to get this running for him because he was devastated when he got that home and it wasn't working. Obviously it's not brand new, but it's not got many miles on it at all. The wheels are really clean. Don't worry Max, we'll get this one working. As long as I don't break it, put it back in the box. We'll just do that for now. 2 more to go. 2 more. We have an Athearn Blue Box. Oh, it's another Canadian Pacific little switcher. I like these, I don't have one yet. Got some spares down there. That obviously needs to get glued on there. A little Athearn, I think, with the little motor mount. You've definitely got a cat, don't you? Or maybe several cats in your house. There's lots of hair in here. So I'm expecting lots of fur bunnies when I take these apart. I wonder what's wrong with this one. We'll find out soon. And finally, in the box, we have another blue box. And this is, oh, a big one. Oh, it's a big one. Looks like a big Athearn. Well, obviously it's in an Athearn Blue Box, but I'm getting used to knowing how to easily distinguish an Athearn with the 4 mounting holes and the big ones at least. Body looks nice, all the handrails are intact, so I can leave that in there, keep it good. Someone's already attempted the removal of that power bar, replacing it with the wires, but the motor seems to be sloping up the way. Can you see that there? I wonder what happened there. It's possible that the mounts weren't pushed in, or they've been kind of wrecked a little bit when they were removed, because it shouldn't sit up at a slope like that. I know that can affect things, especially since the power pickup is down there. That should be sitting quite flush. Commutator doesn't look too bad. Spin the flywheels. Do we have turny wheels? Front wheels are turning. Rear wheels are turning. So I don't think there's going to be much wrong with that one. But we are about to find out. Let's move everything over to trackside and I will have a good look at this list of issues. And we'll do them one at a time, starting with the Athearn Blue Boxes. So this one and the Trainmaster, apparently it's just the oil is dried up and they have issues starting and a wee bit jerky. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, goodness, it almost started. Okay, this is easy. This is just a clean. Because that is actually running really nice, other than the stuttering. Oh yeah, that's going to come up really nice. Oh, easy peasy. Right, let's move on to the Trainmaster. This thing looks great on the track. So hopefully it will also run and just need a clean. Let's find out. Oh yeah, really nothing much wrong with that. Bit of a clean, bit of a relube. Don't even hear any cracked gears or anything, that's fine. Let's bring it back. Very nice actually. Yep. Okay, so far so easy. So for this Bachmann Plus GP35, known issues, heavy interior corrosion, and even after cleaning it to the best of my ability, I can't get the thing back together. Okay, because I've worked in one of these, apart from the shell obviously, this looks exactly the same as what I worked on. There was one thing missing. The way that these split frames work is there's 3 screws. There's one there, there, and in there, but in between this little gap, there should be an isolator, and there isn't one at the front. Also, if you see that little square there, that actually is, there's an isolator in the middle, but that whole thing slides that way. And if you don't slide that in that way, you can't get the screw in. So I've got them in, I've got the trucks in. The only other thing I noticed was there's a little copper strip there that looks like it's been filled. That shouldn't be poking out there. Also on mine, that arrow was pointing down the way in the motor, so this might go backwards. Let's find out. We should be going forwards. Oh, we have nothing. Nothing in reverse either. Okay, this is going to require work, but I think it's got something to do with that. I think we've lost connection to one side. Let me just grab a wee screwdriver actually. Because if that wire there is supposed to be connected to the body, make sure we power. We have power. You see that? See it sparking? So that little wire there has to connect to the body. Right, that's going backwards and we're currently set to forwards. So that should be going backwards now. So as I predicted, that motor's been installed the wrong way around. So that's a job for the future. Relatively easy now that I know what I'm doing. I just need to take that frame apart, swap that motor around, give it all a good clean, make sure that little contact is doing what it's supposed to do, and that should be up and running. Excellent. Next up, we have the Bachmann, what is it? It's a Bachmann Canadian National GP40, known issues, lights work, nothing from motor. Let's take the shell off, we don't need that because all the bulbs are there and there. Right, we'll give it some forward power. Lights are on as he said. Yep, nothing from the motor as he said. I don't imagine that's going to be a major issue, to be honest. Let's flip it around the other way so we can see the motor. What's going on up there? It's going to require a bit of investigation. It could just be I have experience of these, as I'm going to turn the power off while I talk. I have experienced the brushes in here getting caught. You know, there's a little spring that holds the brushes in, and sometimes they get caught at an angle and they jam up the brush against the armature, I think you call it on this, rather than a commutator. So obviously I'm going to have to strip that down and check it, but I have spare parts for that, so we will get that up and running again. No problem. Right, next. Now we have, according to the notes, it's a Canadian National F40PH. Known issues, shows no signs of life, was sold as works great. Works great. Let's see what happens. We have lights. Oh, definitely get a bit of a connection issue there. Yep, no signs of life other than there's lights. Lights are on, but no one's at home. That's okay, needs a wee bit of investigation. I think that's going to be similar to that one, to be honest. Okay, moving on. Tyco 040 diesel switcher. Known issues are rough running and has a tendency to jump track. I think I know why it would jump track, because the flanges in these things are generally massive. So if it jumps track, it probably jumps it at a set of points. Well, let's see how rough it is. Goodness, that's pretty rough. Oh, it's going backwards again. Well, this is also the wrong way around. Yep, the controller says backwards and it's trying to go forwards. So we've got something round the wrong way. The light works. I'm going to give it all the power. Yep, that's pretty rough. Oh, I noticed it jumping track there, or trying to. Oh, it does not like going over anything that's not perfect. You see I've got a little gap there in my track. You know what, I really want to get this running right, because I think it looks great. Okay, that's a project. Moving on to the steam. 040 Canadian Pacific. Jumps the track, runs at reverse polarity. The drawbar that connects the tender isn't fitting properly. If possible, I'd like to keep the reverse polarity. Okay, let's see what happens. Nothing happens. Give it a wee nudge. Oh goodness. Actually, we need to turn the power down. It was doing a wheelie there. Wow, looks like something's out of sync because that's really wobbling quite badly. Yeah, I'm not going to waste too much time on that. I think one of the wheels is out of sync because that's wobbling like a, you know what? So that's requiring a wee bit of work. It's actually running quite good, but obviously if one wheel's doing that while the other wheel's doing, no, I can't demonstrate. I'm sure if you're into steam trains, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay, next. So this is the New York Central 260 with the little bar coming out. Hopefully that's all it is. We'll give it a wee bit power. Obviously I'm not going to give it full power because I might make it worse. Yeah, I just need to replace that or somehow get that. He did say it popped out once and then it just kept popping out. He's had this as a kid, so I need to get this sorted. Oh look, there's a wee feather. Wonder where that came from. Amazing the things you find. Okay, let's put that to the side. Relatively easy fix. And obviously a clean up for that one as well. Now we have, according to the sheet, 284 Berkshire painted and decaled in Canadian Pacific. Known issues, possible short circuit, weird smell when run. Bought this thing from an antique market for $100. It was sold to me as runs well. This is also a 100% fictional paint scheme as Canadian Pacific had no Berkshires. Let's see what happens. Nothing. Oh goodness, absolutely nothing. I wonder if it needs the tender hooked up. Now, before I do that, I noticed before I put it down, if you can see the wheels. Now, we have isolators on that side, but they are on the opposite side there. Do you see that? Now, if there's only one source of power, namely that, going to the Loco, then surely all the isolators should be on one side. Otherwise, that's just crossing power across. Let's see if I'm correct in my diagnosis there. Can't even get the thing in the hole. That's what she said. Started moving there. Well, I can't get this in. Oh, it's got that little spring thing, remember? Right, give me a second, I need to put it together. Tender's connected. Got some power. I just got a horrible feeling it's fighting the power back there. I wonder if I should take them off or swap them over. Turn that off before I blow it up. Right, let me have a look at that. Right, I thought I'd give you a closer look at what I was talking about there. If you can see where the shaft goes into the wheel, there's a sort of black plastic collar. Ignore the middle one, it doesn't matter, it's not connected to the pickup. So you've got the black collar there, but on this one, the black collar is on that side. You see it there and there? Which means, remember, if it's only sending power to the Loco through that, then it's only sending one side of the rail. But at the moment, it's sending two sides of the rail. So here's my sneaky plan. I am going to swap over one of these, but the question is which one? It's 50-50 because I don't know what side of the rail the Loco's picking up. You know me, it's a 50-50 shot and I get it wrong 100% of the time, but we'll give it a shot. So let us spin that round. I can take that screw out and put it in the other hole, I believe. been specifically designed to do this. Get you down there. Hopefully we've got it the right way around. Oh, that pickup should be under the wheel. It's probably an easy way to do this. Let's start with the screw in there. Pick up through there. No, this isn't the easier way to do it at all. So that has to go in there. No, there's no easy way to do this. I just found a little washer, so I think that washer goes in there. That would make sense. All goes down there. No, still got the pickup on the wrong side. God, get down there. This would have probably been easy just to swap the wheels over. Okay, this time, find your hole. Did you see that? Stupid spring. Well, that was a pain. Hopefully I've got it in the right way around and my deductions were correct. Let's find out. Let me get that washer in first. Anyway, I'll see you at the track. Okay, let's see if my diagnosis was correct and if I got those wheels in the right way around. Give it some power. Nothing. You know me, 50-50, right? Back in a sec, I'll swap over the back truck. In fact, swap over both of them now. Oh. And we're back. Right, this time, go. Oh, come on. Didn't touch it, it just decided to move by itself there. Obviously still needs a bit of a clean, but I think I was right in that deduction there. It only picks up power from one side of the track on the tender, therefore all the isolators need to be on the same side. That looks rather majestic. Needs a wee bit of a lube, but apart from that, it's running really nice. Excellent! I'm not even supposed to be fixing things in this video, but hey ho. Moving on to this very cool looking old steam loco. I really like this. So this is rough running and has a tendency, no, that's the wrong one. Yeah, it has a rough running and tendency to jump track. Bought this from the same guy that had the F40P, not sure if it's a Tyco, going off what a friend said. And the smell it makes when running. Let's find out. Forward position. Why is everything going backwards? I need to ask Max if he's done this on purpose. Polarity seems to be reversed. Now it's not going forward. There he goes. Oh, he's a wee bit noisy. That's needing a bit of work. Gearing or motor problem there. And it does smell quite loud. It might have just been over oiled. Well, amongst other things. Ah, that's a shame. Come on. Okay, so we've got a electrical pickup issue and also I think too much oil. Not to worry, still works, although why does it go backwards when it should go forwards? Obviously I can't test this one, it's a band drive Loco, and I need to install the motor first, so that is a project in itself. Max said on the back page, I believe, It's a dummy loco that needs to be repaired. This is 100% for you to learn how to do this. Older Athorns will be sent in at some point. No, they won't. And I'd recommend learning the old band drives with this one. You know what? I'll try it, but if it's horrible, I will never do it again. So let's move on to the final steam train of the day. So according to my list, this is Max's Pride and Joy 280 Consolidation, custom painted and decaled in Canadian Pacific. Did I not read that before? Is that not what the Berkshire said? Oh, it's similar, okay. No issues, refuses to start, most likely due to a short circuit, also has been sitting for many years. This thing is super heavy due to being pure metal. It's the oldest locomotive in my collection, being a Varney kit bash. There is possible corrosion due to age, but I have yet to see any. Let's have a look, see what happens. Oh, hummity hum. Nothing happening there. So I'm not going to mess about with this too much. I'll get this on the bench later and we'll put some power without things being attached. Although I wonder if it's a similar problem with these being the wrong way around. Who knows? Oh, look, it is. You see the black insulator on the wheels? It should be there as well, because again, there's only one source of power going to the loco. But I'm going to leave that for another video, because I've already fixed one today. All in all, not too bad. If you spotted anything I missed, please leave a comment. I'll be working on these probably next week. I've got my own stuff to fix. And if you also have a box of broken locos, by all means, send them somewhere else. Anyway, I'm down to swap that little truck over and see if it works on that last loco. But you need to wait to the next video to see if that did actually fix it. Thank you all for watching. I have a lot to do. Got my own locos to fix. Come on, people. Take care. See you soon.